It was my friend's 17th birthday. He's really into camping and various other outdoor activities. I was invited along with a few other friends, but it was a busy time of the year before grad and only 4 of us ended up going. My friend, his 13-year-old brother, and his brother's friend and myself. We camped at a lake a few kilometers out of town, a little bit into the woods. The spot we camped in was a small clearing. It wasn't an actual official camping spot, but it worked well nevertheless. We ended up having to cut our own firewood from nearby trees. We didn't want to, but my friend forgot firewood. I don't know how he did, and we didn't have any cell service where we were. If you've ever cut down trees with smaller camping saws and hatchets, you'd know it takes a while, even when there were 4 of us. Over around 4 hours we acquired quite a collection of firewood, so when the sun started to set, we got hungry and wanted a fire. The fire took an hour to start. Thanks to the rain that morning, the wood was very damp. Eventually, with the help of some hand sanitizer in my backpack and the wood drying out from our other attempted fires, we got a decent fire going. I remember being really relieved. We were really hungry and managed to cook up some hot dogs, bacon, marshmallows, you know, the usual camping food. We had been quite tired from the day of cutting down small trees, so we retired to our large tent pitched in the clearing. We fell asleep very fast. But around 2 in the morning I woke up from a really cold and loud wind. I remember struggling around in my sleeping bag trying to find a comfortable position or trying to stay warm. I ended just lying in bed for what seemed like hours, unable to sleep, until suddenly, I heard loud snapping of a branch, which I just put off as a bird or another animal like a raccoon or deer. I mean, we were in the middle of the forest, so it made sense at the time. Anyways, around 3 minutes later I heard it again, but just a little closer. I thought about waking my friend or his brother up, but being me, I didn't want to be rude and wake them up just in case it was just an animal. That's when I heard distinct footsteps. They sounded maybe 10 or 15 feet away. At this point a chill ran up my spine and my stomach turned. I instantly thought, what if it's a cougar or a bear, as I live in West Coast Canada, so it's not uncommon. Nevertheless, I was a little scared. Now it is worth noting that my friends and I all had decent-sized knives on us, along with various other sharp objects, like our hatchet and compound bow. At this point I kept hearing these footsteps very slowly, so I armed myself with my knife and put my friend's hatchet through my belt loop. I slowly unzipped the tent, slipped my shoes on and decided to check it out. That probably wasn't the best choice looking back on it now, but I was trying my best to be brave. Gripping my knife, I creeped outside into the cold night. For a minute I searched around the tent, finding nothing. So I decided to take a piss. After I was done I started back towards the tent, when I heard another branch snap. Trying not to be loud I called out, "Who's there?" No response. I started to walk towards the sound, when I saw the dark silhouette of a large, what looked like a middle-aged man. I panicked. "What the fuck? Who are you?" I called out. The man's position shifted towards me, before he turned around and sprinted off down the trail towards the parking lot. I stood there shocked for a minute. I didn't sleep that much that night, waking up constantly. In the morning I told my friend, his brother and his brother's friend. They were by shocked this, but my friend's brother told me around 1 in the morning, he also heard footsteps and branches. Who knows what that man's intentions were for 4 teenagers camping in the woods. Maybe he was on drugs, or another camper nearby, which I really doubt. What creeps me out the most about this incident is that in the area where he was standing, which I checked in the morning, is when I found my friend's brother's sweater on the ground, which he claimed he never put there, and I don't think the wind moved it there. So weird. Older woods guy, let's never meet again. This content was provided by angelotricarico.com. Subscribe to the channel for more stories.